62. And let's see where I'm at. Waist is about 26.25. Hips are still 37. Hips are being the most stubborn. I need to do some serious hip target training exercises because I'm tired of not seeing any improvement in my hips. But my waist and my thighs are shrinking. The derriere is giving me trouble. Thighs are about 20.5. So you know, it can be frustrating when you feel like you're working really hard and you go to step on that scale or you go to measure yourself and it's the same as yesterday and the day before. But you know, I am seeing improvement in my waist and my weight is dropping and my waist and my thighs are getting smaller. So improvements like that are what's giving me motivation to keep going. And I know I'll get there. You just have to be patient. Like I said a long time ago, you have to be patient on a weight loss journey. You're not going to drop all of the weight you want overnight. It's just not going to happen like that. Let's see what this scale says. The almighty scale. 𝙤30.4. See, there you go. That's about 2 pounds lighter than yesterday. And so I've been dropping a steady weight. I've been dropping about 2 pounds every day, with the exception of yesterday. And I think I know why. That guacamole that I had at that Mexican restaurant most likely contains salt. So I will not be doing that anymore. If you're trying to avoid salt, which you should be doing, don't eat pre-made guacamole. That most likely the cook or the chef puts salt in the guacamole. I always put salt in my guacamole whenever I made it before I changed my diet. And salt is very bloating. It makes you retain water. Also makes your skin wrinkly because it sucks water out of the cells. So if they can make it fresh for you, just tell them to make it without salt. But if it's already pre-made, it probably has salt in it. So I would not eat it. Otherwise, just get some fresh sliced avocados if they can do that. Okay, so I'm getting lighter. Good deal. So why eat raw? Why am I always talking about eating raw food instead of cooked food? There are many, many reasons. One of the main reasons why I want to eat raw is because I want my skin to look good. I want to preserve my skin as much as possible as I continue to age, which is inevitable. Okay? You know, you might as well preserve your skin as much as you can instead of just saying, oh, what does it matter? I'm just going to get old and wrinkled anyway. I'm just going to eat whatever I want and not even make an effort to preserve myself and preserve my looks and keep my skin firm and wrinkle-free. Well, I want to continue looking young and fresh even as I age, so that's why I eat raw food. And if you think about it, it makes sense. Raw food is fresh and firm and vibrant and more stiff. Cooked food is flaccid and wrinkly and shriveled. And that's exactly the comparison you can make with your skin. So let me read some things to you that influenced me to eat raw food. Now, if you're not interested in hearing this information, feel free to press the stop button now. Much love and have a good day. And if you are interested in hearing about why I like to eat raw, why I prefer to eat raw food instead of food that's been damaged by heat, pay attention and listen up. Okay, I'm on the U.S. National Library of Medicine website, And I'm just going to read this abstract. Preparing vegetables with heat, the contents of their constituents will change to a various extent. Particularly the water-soluble vitamins and the heat-sensitive vitamins are affected. At an early stage, the vitamin C losses were investigated. The degree of vitamin losses is influenced by various factors, for example, the type of food, variety of vegetables, the way of cutting, preparation, duration, and method of cooking. Okay, so they're saying water-soluble vitamins are compromised. What are the water-soluble vitamins? Water-soluble vitamins are vitamins that are soluble in water, and they generally are not really stored in our body. They are excreted with our urine, such as vitamin C. There are water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins are the following. Folate. Quote, your body needs folate to create DNA. So keep in mind, all these vitamins are decreased when you apply heat to food. Your body needs folate to create DNA. Because of this, folate plays an extremely important role in preventing birth defects. During early pregnancy, folate also helps maintain the health of your red blood cells. Thiamine, another water-soluble vitamin that is decreased when you cook food. The first B vitamin that researchers discovered, thiamine plays a vital role in the transmission of nerve impulses by keeping your nerves healthy. Thiamine also allows your body to break down alcohol and metabolize carbohydrates and amino acids. Riboflavin. Like many other B vitamins, riboflavin helps your body metabolize carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Riboflavin also protects the health of your body's cells and enhances the function of some of the other B vitamins, niacin and vitamin B12. So when you compromise riboflavin in foods, you're also compromising your body's ability to obtain B12, use B12, absorb B12, however it works. Niacin. Niacin protects the health of your skin cells and keeps your digestive system functioning properly. Niacin may also help your body metabolize fat. So I would translate that as when you cook food, you're compromising your body's metabolism, and it may actually contribute to weight gain when you eat cooked food, because your body's ability to metabolize fat is compromised. In large amounts, niacin can help lower LDL and triglyceride levels, so your cholesterol is also compromised. Cholesterol level is also compromised, and your blood lipid levels, while raising HDL or good cholesterol levels. You should not take niacin in high doses without your doctor's recommendation. They're talking about just pure niacin, like extracted from food, like in the form of a supplement or vitamin or something, which I don't recommend vitamins and supplements. I think they screw up your body's natural functions. Okay. You're not supposed to just extract one nutrient from a food and just consume that all by itself. Nutrients, like I said, they work together as a team. They all want to go down together and work together. Pantothenic acid and biotin. Pantothenic acid and biotin allow your body to obtain energy from the macronutrients, carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fat are all macronutrients. Macronutrients means you consume these things in large amounts. Micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. You consume those things in milligrams. Macronutrients you consume in grams. Your body also uses pantothenic acid to produce hormones and cholesterol. So it's compromising your healthy dietary. Yes, we do need cholesterol. That's why your liver produces it naturally. You don't need to eat cholesterol. So that's also compromised when you cook food. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 acts as a coenzyme, which means it helps chemical reactions to take place. It plays a vital role in the creation of non-essential amino acids. It helps your body to break down glycogen, which is the storage form of the simple sugar glucose. Glucose is the fuel for all of our cells. Animal products contain no glucose. When I found that out after I went vegan, it was like, bingo! Animal products contain nothing we need. Our cells are fueled by glucose. Animal products do not contain glucose. Vitamin B6 also helps your body metabolize carbohydrates, protein, and fat, and keeps your immune system and nervous system healthy. Vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 keeps your nervous system. So cooking food also compromises the vitamin B12 in your body. Vitamin B12 keeps your nervous system functioning properly and your red blood cells healthy. Your body also needs vitamin B12 to metabolize fatty acids and amino acids to synthesize the DNA in your cells. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is also not found in animal products. Only plant foods will really give you vitamin C. That's why sailors on the sea got scurvy. Scurvy is a vitamin D deficiency, and all they were eating was like preserved meat, and they ran out of fruits and vegetables. So they all got scurvy because they were lacking vitamin C. Your body needs vitamin C to make collagen. Collagen is what keeps your skin in that firm baby-like state that we all want. The most plentiful protein in your body. Collagen helps your bones, skin, teeth, and blood vessels healthy. Vitamin C also acts as an antioxidant, helping to reduce the risk of developing chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. Contrary to popular belief, vitamin C does not help cure the common cold, but it does keep your immune system healthy. So all these vitamin C medicines that people take are basically worthless. Don't take medicine. Medicine is a huge scam. People create a medicine and they want you to buy it. They're trying to make money off you. Eat fruits and vegetables, raw fruits and vegetables. Those are natural medicine. I don't take any medicine at all, ever. Okay, so all of those water-soluble vitamins are decreased when you cook food. Okay, so that's one reason. Denaturation of protein is also another reason. So I'm on Wikipedia. I like Wikipedia. I think there's a lot of viable factual information on here. But if you don't like Wikipedia, what you can do is just scroll down to the bottom and look under references and check all those references. Denaturation. Denaturation is a process in which proteins or nucleic acids lose the quaternary structure, tertiary structure, and secondary structure which is present in their native state by application of some external stress or compound such as a strong acid or base, a concentrated inorganic salt, an inorganic solvent like alcohol or chloroform, or heat. If proteins in a living cell are denatured, this results in disruption of the cell activity and possible cell death. Denatured proteins can exhibit a wide range of characteristics from loss of solubility to communal aggregation. So I didn't know what communal aggregation meant, so I looked that up. And here's what it said. Protein aggregation. And I'm still on Wikipedia. Protein aggregation. Protein aggregation is a biological phenomenon in which misfolded proteins, so the structure of a protein is a long chain of amino acids, and when you cook protein, it becomes all deformed and unfolded and just damaged, or sometimes completely destroyed. Protein aggregation is a biological phenomenon in which misfolded proteins aggregate, in other words, accumulate and clump together, either intra or extracellularly. These protein aggregates are often toxic. So cooking food creates toxins? Is that what they're saying? Protein aggregates have been implicated in a wide variety of disease known as 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙗, I don't know how you say that. What is that word? Protein aggregates have been implicated in a wide variety of diseases. I think they meant to say diseases. I don't know. It doesn't really read well. Variety of disease known as amyloidosis. What does that mean? In medicine, amyloidosis refers to a variety of conditions where normally soluble proteins become insoluble and are deposited in the extracellular space of various organs or tissues, disrupting normal functions. Does not sound good. So, these protein aggregates are often toxic. Protein aggregates have been implicated in a wide variety of diseases, including Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and prion disease. My grandfather had Alzheimer's. My grandfather, very sweet man. He was, a thin, fit guy. He thought he was eating healthy, but he was not obese. When we would go out to eat, I remember he would tell the waiter to not cook his food in oil, but to cook it in milk. He thought he was being healthy, avoiding oil, and instead he told them to cook it in cow milk, which is not healthy at all. But he thought it's all these people are so misguided, and it's tragic, really. So. So that doesn't sound good. Cooking food creates toxins and leads to disease. Is that what they're saying? Sounds like it to me. Denatured proteins can exhibit a wide range of characteristics from loss of solubility to communal aggregation. Denatured proteins can exhibit a wide range of characteristics from loss of solubility to communal aggregation. Communal aggregation is the phenomenon of aggregation of the hydrophobic proteins to come closer and form the bonding between them so as to reduce the total area exposed to water. It sounds to me like the hydration of your body is being compromised. Reduce the total area exposed to water. Okay, so when you apply heat to food, the protein structure is being denatured, and it seems to me like it becomes toxic and it contributes to disease. Okay. So those are, please feel free to read about it yourself. This is Elmhurst College article. Denaturation of proteins involves the disruption and possible destruction of both the secondary and tertiary structures. Heat can be used to disrupt hydrogen bonds in nonpolar hydrophobic interactions. Medical supplies and instruments are sterilized by heating to denature proteins in bacteria and thus destroy the bacteria. This is an article from the Department of Biochemistry, Duke University Medical Center. Quote, proteins, alive and functioning, carry within their structure the secret of virtually all life processes. Alive and functioning. But when they are denatured, they are dead, like a car in a junkyard. So that's why I eat raw. None of that sounds very good, does it? And feel free to read about it yourself. Go to the library, go online, and read about denatured food, applying heat to food, what it does. And there are some people that argue that cooking food breaks up the cell walls and actually makes some nutrients more absorbable. That may be true. it may not be true. I don't know. I feel like these are people who are trying to debunk eating raw because they can't bring themselves to eat raw. That's my opinion. No, but there may be some facts to that. Also, what I've read here is that boiling removes tons of vitamins. So, if you want to have really good absorption in your body, chew your food well. Chewing well, masticating your food well, will break up the cell walls efficiently before you swallow. That way, when you swallow, it's just all broken up and ready to go, and your body will just suck it up. Okay, so you don't have to cook food to get nutrients. Chew your food well. You know, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. You're supposed to break up your food. That's what teeth are for. That's what chewing is for. You're supposed to break up your food into a liquid before you swallow it, so it's ready to go and ready to be absorbed. You do not have to cook food. Chewing breaks up the cell walls just fine. You do not have to cook food to break up the cell walls. Okay? So this is why I eat raw. Cooked food may be toxic. Cooked food destroys your skin. If you want to keep yourself looking young into old age, keep your skin firm and plump and smooth and wrinkle-free, not sagging. They just said denatured proteins coagulate together and clump together, and I think that's what causes skin sagging. It's just these dead clumps of dead cells just hanging. That's what causes skin sagging, and your body is just dehydrated. And dehydrated skin will begin to shrivel. Like dehydrated dirt, it begins to just harden up and crack. That's exactly what happens to your skin when your skin is becoming dehydrated. So that's why I eat raw. Avoid disease, and I want to keep my skin looking good as much as I can, for as long as I can. Okay? So there are lots of reasons to eat raw. And please feel free to go to the library, go online, and read about it yourself. Reading about things will really brand it in your mind and make you realize what you're doing to yourself. Okay? So those are some of the reasons why I eat raw. For breakfast, I'm going to have some raw watermelon filled with water. Very good for the skin. Tons of active enzymes, active proteins. And tons of water. Delicious. So no, you do not have to become a wrinkled old person. Eat raw food. I'm 34 years old, by the way, in case you were wondering. Okay? Just real quick, I want to read you the nutrition content of watermelon. Because even myself, before I went vegan, I did not know how nutritious fruits were. I knew they were nutritious, but I didn't know they actually contained a lot of protein, a lot of calcium, a lot of iron, things that people generally associate with eating dead animals, right? Excuse my crudeness, but that's exactly what it is, eating dead animals. Meat is like a sugar-coated, watered-down word for dead animal. So is steak. So I don't like to use the words meat and steak. I say dead animal, because it really makes you realize what exactly you're putting in your body. A dead animal. I mean, ew, gross. Okay, I'm on nutritiondata.com. I'm typing in watermelon. You can also go to the USDA website. I compared the two, websites, and they're pretty much saying the same thing. Watermelon, raw watermelon. Watermelon seeds are also edible. if I get a seed, I'll just munch it up and eat it. They're chewable. They're not like an avocado seed where it's just impossible to eat. They're soft and chewable. Just chew it up really well before you swallow it. So, one melon, one 15-inch long melon, which is about the size of the melon I have here. (1,355 calories), 7 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, 0 cholesterol, 0, 45 milligrams sodium, 341 grams of carbohydrates, which includes 18 grams of dietary fiber, 280 grams of sugars, and the whole sugar thing. Again, when I'm talking about fruit and I'm referring to sugar, that's healthy, natural sugar, not the sugar that you find in Oreo cookies. Protein, 28 grams of protein, 28. That's a lot of protein. That's a good amount of protein. 25,000, almost 26,000 units of vitamin A. Vitamin A is super duper duper good for the skin. 366 milligrams of vitamin C, 610% of their daily recommended allowance. Vitamin D is not recorded. Vitamin D you don't get from the sun. You don't have to drink cow milk to get vitamin D. Just go stand out in the sun, work out in the garden, go get out in the sun. You'll get your vitamin D. All different kinds of vitamins, very high in folate, very high in choline. 316 milligrams of calcium, 32% of your daily recommended allowance. But I don't really follow the RDI. The RDI, I don't really follow it. Iron, 60% of your daily recommended allowance of iron, 10.8 milligrams. So there's tons of calcium, tons of iron, and a good amount of protein in yummy, fruity, sweet, juicy watermelon. 5,061 milligrams of potassium, phosphorus, sodium, the good healthy kind of sodium. So, tons of good stuff in watermelon. You could definitely just live off watermelon. The only thing that's lacking is the fat, but you do actually get a good amount of fat, 6.8 grams, but very low in saturated fat, and I like to get my healthy saturated fat. That's why I eat plenty of coconut. But I think if you had to, you could definitely live off watermelon. Water, 4,132 grams of water. So you can get all the water you could ever hope for in a watermelon. You don't have to drink bottled water. Okay, so I just wanted to read off everything that's in watermelon. Tons of good stuff. And again, the national recommended daily allowance, daily intake, I don't really follow that. First of all, cholesterol should not even be on that chart. Nobody needs to eat cholesterol. Nobody does. Our bodies naturally produce the healthy cholesterol we need, and I just read that when you eat cooked food, that may be compromised. Okay? Cholesterol should not even be on the recommended daily chart, okay? Nobody needs to eat dietary cholesterol, and study after study shows that eating cholesterol is not healthy for your arteries. Okay, so there you go. That's why I eat raw.